All right, fam, now for our feature story of the day. Here's how the Bitcoin price gets to 1 million per coin, according to the Bitcoin OG, Adam Back. And we'll also give you an additional bonus prediction, brand new, never heard before, from the Michael Saylor of Strategy B, who just announced another Bitcoin acquisition as well today. Pretty lit day. New all-time high in play. We just surpassed 109,000 as the Nipinator indicator predicted. Where you at, Nip? Where you at? You're making me look bad. You're making me look bad. Let's see if we can spot the Nipinator in the room. I dare spotted a Nip. Holy shit, Nipinator indicator never disappoints. Less than 3,000 away, all-time high. Send it, mofos, and let's get it. So yeah, here's the latest. One idea of the price Bitcoin hitting $1 million sound like a moon talk for the moon boys. But the notion seems to be changing from fringe speculation into the mainstream investment and inevitability thesis championed by JV, Nipinator, Chandy 10, our very own Oracle, and Bring Facts, and I dare say Darth Melville. Let's throw him in there. Let's speak the truth. Fueled by the growing institutional adoption. I dare say the institutional FOMO like a motherfucking FOMO. Mofo, no Diddy, and the bold long-term forecast. The pathway, no solo way, to the price target hinges on the seemingly simple yet monumental shift. No Peter Shifty. Hide your kids, hide your wives from the Peter Shifty. Wall Street allocating a significant slice. And we ain't talking about that what is it called? The CP? Not the David Portnoy stuff. Not that type of slice. No Pizzagate, no Diddy. Vast wealth for the number of the one digital asset. There's only one number one, I dare say. There is no second best. At the recent Bitcoin event, strategy executive Mr. Michael Saylor, the chairman of Strategy B, said when Wall Street's 10%, the pretty little bitty, is going to be $1 million per coin. And according to him, this level of allocation would equate to as much as 20 trillion flowing into the Bitcoin markets, making a hostile takeover economically impossible, as aggressive buying would only empower the existing hodlers. Let her rip, tater chip. The Bitcoin maxi isn't alone in the mega bullish outlook. We have Blockstream CEO, Bitcoin OG, the one and only, Adam Back, bringing sexy back to the Bitcoin network. He believes Bitcoin could achieve the 1 million milestone target way before Wall Street accumulates 10%. Agreed. He suggests that even a widespread 2% allocation across the major asset managers like the BlackRock would be enough to push the biddy to that 7-figure milestone, a mere 2%. So if Adam is saying 2% allocation from Wall Street is going to send Bitcoin to $1 million, you do the math of what 10% is going to do. That would be a 5x. So 5 million per coin, send it and let's get it. And it is not the first time Saylor predicted the pretty little bitty price hitting 7 figures. In fact, he's been doing it religiously since I've discovered him in 2020. In fact, September of 2024, in an interview on CNBC, forecast the long-term price of the king crypto, 13 million. He called it perfect money, in contrast to the fiat currencies. In fact, one of these fiat currencies is officially at zero against Bitcoin. You ever heard of the Turkish lira? Look it up. Other prominent voices, such as CZ, one of the wealthiest in all of crypto, and the wealthiest to ever get locked up in jail. Ironic enough, but he's a free man now. Shout out CZ. Known as CZ, echoes similar sentiment. Shangping Zhao, the crypto entrepreneur, previously projected the pretty little bitty ended up between 500,000 per coin and 2 million this cycle. Let me know if you agree, disagree with CZ. We also have Kathy Wood. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if the Kathy Wood could chuck the bitty? That's a question. In April, the firm revised the base target of 1.2 million by 2030 with a bullish estimate of 2.4 million. ARK attributed the potential surge to institutional adoption, especially the spot Bitcoin ETFs, as well as Bitcoin growing role as decentralized programmable store money in the company's estimation. All bets would be off if Bitcoin managed to capture at last 6.5% of the projected 200 trillion global investable asset market. This would dwarf gold's current share at roughly 3.6%. A comparison backed by data the Bitcoin enthusiast and early-stage angel investor Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street, recently shared, showing that more Americans now own Bitcoin than gold. Take that, Schiffmeister, and hide your kids from Peter, please. Meanwhile, Bitcoin's on the cusp of re-entering price discovery live and in the flesh during the live stream, less than 3,000 away. Make some noise for that. And here's a little bonus, Action Jackson for you guys. Saylor on his 13 million bitty forecast, he says, I'm getting more bullish. And more bullish, and more bullish, as it continues to buy like there's no tomorrow. That's right. He recalled issuing the 13 million Bitcoin price forecast recently on stage in Vegas, and this was a forecast he initially first made in July of 2024, based on annual appreciation of just 29%. of over 21 years. At the time, Bitcoin was only 65 Gs. So that model projected Bitcoin to reach 13 million by 2045, 20 years out. So with Bitcoin now trading above 100,000, close to 110, Saylor is becoming even more bullish, as he should. The strategy executive chairman stated the following. Listen up, guys, and baddies alike. I am getting more bullish on that forecast. I am certainly comfortable forecasting 30% a year on average for the next 20 years. So he ultimately believes Bitcoin's going up every single year moving forward, for the next 20 years at least, with an average of a 30% increase. Now, if you actually run the math, Bitcoin's been going up since the inception of the Genesis block over 100% per year. So holy shit. I dare say that's conservative, but even with the conservative projection, still extremely motherfucking bullish. 13 million per year, I think, will come a lot sooner than the year 2045. I dare say by the year 2030, we can be at 13 million per coin. But you guys let me know your thoughts, and we'll continue holding it down here as Bitcoins are ripping like the new Scottie Pippen, 1094. 26 hundo away. Price discovery today. Let's make it happen, Captain. Over 1,500 people on the live stream.